everybody. This is Brian from Inspiring How You See That. And today I am at Nick's Chop House, and it's Canandaigua, New York. And I'm pleased to be here today with country star Claudia Hoyser.
Hello, hello.
Thank you. Thank you for coming, Claudia. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
I'm so glad you made the trip. This is great.
Absolutely. Thank you. And you just finished the show tonight, just a little bit ago. So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. We had an amazing crowd tonight. Everybody came out to dance and have a great time and sing along. So that's all you can hope for.
Nice.
It was awesome.
It was a great show.
Did you enjoy the show?
Yeah, I did. I really did.
Awesome.
And you really connect with the crowd really well. And that's something I've seen both times I've seen you live. It's been fantastic.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that's something along the way. It's not the same if you're not really, having a moment with the people listening to you. So it makes it more fun for everybody. And we just have such a good time.
Absolutely. Great. Now, I wanted to talk to you. So you came out with an EP a couple years ago, and that was the EP Steam, and you had, I think, 5 songs on it. And if I read correctly on your website, my favorite song on that is Red Light Turning Green, and that's actually going to be the lead single of your upcoming LP, correct?
That's true. That's correct.
When's that coming out?
Oh my gosh, I wish I could tell you, because I'm not even kidding. My website for about 2 years said Red Light's Turning Green, release 2017. So we missed our release date by a couple years, but you know what? If we didn't take the time to keep writing and keep working and figuring out the best way to tell my story and to tell our story, I say we and our a lot, my co-writer, we write everything together, and it's been really amazing to just be able to take all the time we needed to get it down the way we wanted it, and it's really come to life. So 2020 is the year. I can't even tell you when. I wish I knew the date myself, but I'm hoping it's going to be in the earlier side of this year. So
excellent.
Fingers crossed for that. But yeah, so the EP came out. We had to almost put it out as fast as we could because we started visiting radio stations unexpectedly. We had a song that ended up on country radio that wasn't even mastered, and so when we wanted to go support that, the radio station started saying, well, when you come visit us, you're bringing a CD, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh. No, we weren't even done with the song yet. So we hurried up and we took 5 of the songs that we thought were closest to being done, put them out there on this EP, and now we've taken those songs and just really made them blossom for this full-length record. So some of them might be reappearing, like Red Light's Turning Green, but the rest is a secret.
Excellent. Now, how many songs have you written in preparation for it?
Oh my gosh. I can't even believe this myself, but about over 200 songs.
Really?
Yeah.
So you can start cranking out CD after CD then, right?
I know. I'm thinking that my first full-length record is going to have to be like a 4-part compact disc. It comes with all the stories about each song.
A box set.
How do you pick 12? That's been half the battle. It's like, how do you pick 12 or 13 songs when you've written 200?
Yeah.
I always say it's like picking between your children. I wouldn't know that, but I'm sure you're not supposed to do it, and that's how it feels sometimes.
Sure.
It's really tough, but some have just rose to the top, and by playing shows and sneaking them out sometimes and playing them live, you get a good feel for what people are going to react to. So we have a good idea.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now, when you're writing a new song, do you usually start with the music first and then the lyrics come, or vice versa? Is there a pattern?
I wish there was a pattern, because we've had some really good luck sometimes, but it's always different. Sometimes I'll come up with a word that is fun to say, fun to sing, and my co-writer will just pick up a guitar and do some cool guitar lick, and we'll be like, that's it, that's gonna be great. And then we just sit down and make it happen. But other times it's like you don't even have to think about it. It just flows right out. Sometimes it's really hard because you have a great idea, but you don't know how you're gonna say it. So you're like, the concept of this would be awesome, but how are we gonna get there? So
Not sound exactly like somebody else.
exactly. You got to come up with your own way of telling the story.
Sure.
So that's something we've done. That's been something we've worked really hard at. Is just, how do I want to tell the story?
Sure. Now, you mentioned that you had one song that was on country radio. I believe you had a few different songs that have been on radio, and you've had a number of YouTube videos that have really taken off and done well.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. They've been fantastic. So what has been the most fun as far as making those videos, putting them out for fans?
Well, yeah, we do this Hoyser Country Monday series on Facebook. So every single Monday at 6 o'clock on Facebook, we put out a new video of a classic country cover. So my band and I, we get together and we do a little rendition of our own version of one, and we hope for the best. We got really, really lucky the first couple times. We just decided to make a video and woke up to a couple 100,000 views. And we're like, this might be something special. So we're like, let's try it again. We put one out there, tried it again. We made it all fancy. You know, we went outside for good lighting, even though it was 20 degrees outside. I'm like, I promise this one's just gonna look better. Let's just go outside. So we dragged all the equipment out there, and we're in the snow, and we did our version of John Denver's Taking Home Country Roads. And it hit over 1 million views.
Nice.
So it's been incredible. We just keep pumping them out every single Monday, doing our version, and people have been tuning in, and it's been awesome. So we have a lot of fun with that. And yes, and we've had 4 singles on country radio so far.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now, you mentioned Country Roads Take Me Home, and both times I've seen it, you play that one.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say playing live is your most fun in front of fans?
Oh my gosh. It changes from show to show. It really does. I love playing our original music and seeing how fans are going to react to our originals, but the classics, it's different. When you play those songs, you're singing them to somebody who grew up with that. So it's hitting home for them, and they're remembering, you know, oh, I used to sit around and sing this with my friends, or oh, I remember when this one came out on the radio and we were driving down and we were actually in West Virginia. And people come up with stories like that all the time, and it melts my heart, because you know you're like striking a chord. And
sure.
And so yeah, any of them, Dolly, Johnny, Tammy Wynette, everybody. There's some amazing songs out there. I'm always playing catch up.
Okay.
I'm always playing catch up, trying to dig deeper and deeper into some of these classic tunes.
Nice. Now, who would you say, you had mentioned Dolly and a couple others, and I know you're a big fan of hers, is she probably your biggest influence, or who else influences your music?
There's so many out there. It's tough to even say. I'm a huge Miranda Lambert fan, and I love Chris Stapleton. So I do listen to a lot of the modern country as well, and I pull from the classics because, you know, they're true storytellers, and they all just have this real organic sound, and that's something that I hope shines through in our music when people are listening. So yeah, there's so many. You gotta go look on Facebook. You can find a whole playlist of all my inspiration. Exactly.
Excellent. So one of the things, going back to Dolly, I know recently you did a video, and it was an unboxing of something cool. Go ahead and tell everybody what happened with that, if you don't mind.
That was crazy. So we got this box that showed up at the studio, and it had hot pink tape on it. So I'm like, well, I didn't order anything, and I don't think that's for my manager, because I don't think he's getting anything with hot pink tape on it. And I get a little closer to this box with the pink tape, and on the tape it says Dolly Parton, Netflix, written in white cursive letters. I'm like, this is fancy. What is this thing? So we decided to open it on Facebook, and it turned out to be a watch kit for her new series called Heartstrings. And basically Dolly has taken 8 of her songs and she's turned them into little movies for Facebook, or for Netflix. And it was crazy. Somehow Netflix or Dolly found out I was a huge fan. So I think that they might have seen our Hoyser Country Monday videos. I'm not sure. We've done a couple Dolly tunes, and she is a huge inspiration and influence. She can tell a story like nobody's business.
Yeah. That had to be pretty cool then, to get that. And that's specialized for you.
It had everything in there, from stickers to a signed picture and a bandana, and it came with a Roku, so I had to watch the series, you know.
No excuse.
No excuse. And even these pink bling bedazzles to put on the remote, you know, just to make it a little bit more like Dolly. She wouldn't have a regular remote.
Oh, of course.
So it's crazy. She's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know you've done some really huge national shows too. I know you were at the Texas Rodeo. I believe you sang national anthem at a Dodgers game.
Yeah.
So what are some of the other things that you've been
You've
to?
done your research.
I have. I did a little homework.
Yeah, we have had quite the ride so far, and I never know what is around the corner. So, yeah, I got to open up for some of the people I look up to, especially rising in country music. Chase Rice, Carly Pierce, Lauren Elena, and then some that, like, we've even covered some of their music. I got to open for Pam Tillis and Lori Morgan in North Carolina, and we flew out to the North Texas Rodeo with Easton Corbin. So it's been just the craziest ride. And I never expected, like, listening to these people on the radio a couple years ago, that I would be going on stage, warming up the show for them. So
nice. And I know there'll be somebody with that for you. They'll be listening to you thinking, someday maybe I can open up for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
On that note, recently you got some very exciting news. Something coming up this summer. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody about that?
So we just found out, I just got to announce the big show. I'm going to be opening up for Toby Keith and Clay Walker at the California Rodeo in Salinas, California in July.
July of 2020.
Yep.
Excellent. Mm-hmm. That is awesome.
Thank you so much. I'm still wrapping my head around that one. People keep saying to me, oh, the big news. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's not a dream. That's really going to happen.
Excellent.
So I'm counting down the days to July. It's going to be fun. And we've got some whisperings about some other big shows coming up too. So.
Very cool. You said that's Salinas, California?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you're in Salinas, California, July, go see her, Toby Keith, Clay Walker.
That would be awesome. We'd love to meet you. Come on out to the show. Yeah.
Now, I know you've done worked with some other companies as well. You did a video with, what's the Fire Disc. I watched the video, and by the end, I'm like, I want a chicken tortilla right now.
Okay, that grill is seriously awesome. When I first heard about this thing, I'm like, well, I'm not really a big time chef, you know. My co-writer and manager, he makes like amazing food in about 5 minutes. So, you know, we're well taken care of around the studio. And when we found out about Fire Disc, you know, it looked like something I could actually do. I'm like, I might be able to make something great on that. We're going to try it out. So we made a whole video making tortillas and fajitas, and we have a lot more to make this summer. Nice. So it's the coolest grill because you can just like take it apart and throw it in the car or the bus or whatever when we're traveling, and it's gonna be really cool this summer to use on the road.
So nice and easy. So that's what I need because I'm not a very good cook.
Exactly. I'm like, this is great. We're gonna try to do some more cooking videos too, so I can practice while I teach.
Excellent. Excellent. What other companies are you working with?
Well, I have announced that I was the voice of country for Orange Amplifiers.
Awesome.
That was such a cool thing to be partnered with because Orange has played such a big role in our sound. Like when we're experimenting in the studio with new sounds for the record, Orange Amps was one that we always went to. So this was an amazing partnership. And I'm really, really proud of that. So always working on my guitar skills, hopefully getting better each day. And I am the voice of Camping World. So
nice.
They used one of our songs for their theme song for their big campaign, and the song's called Rolled Down the Road With You. You're gonna have to check that one out.
Excellent.
That one hits home. Yeah. It's a fun song about, you know, times in the camping world with your family and going out on the road and remembering things like fishing and sitting by the fire and, you know, all those great country memories that a lot of us have.
Sure.
What kind of man are you breaking promises? What kind of man would do what you do? Look out for Mr. Charming, that's what Mama said. My kind of man don't look like you.
So you were talking about theme song, and recently one of your songs was used in a movie. You went to a premiere in New York City. So
yeah.
What was that movie and how did that come about for you?
That was an amazing experience getting to go see the movie and have the song actually in there and sit in the theater and hear it. The movie was called Imitating Life, The Audacity of Suzanne Heights. And it's this incredible story about an artist who, she wanted to convey her views on roles as a woman, and how everybody just thinks, you know, you need to grow up, get married, have the perfect life and the perfect job, and then take care of your kids. And I just really connected with that a lot. And they approached us about doing a song for the film, and so we wrote one called Picture Perfect Life, and then they loved it. And we were ready to do it all up with all the instruments and the orchestra or whatever they wanted, and they actually just liked our demo version. So it's kind of like how we ended up on country radio, where they just liked the unmastered version, and we just said, all right, okay, that's what you want to use. So that was a very, very special experience and a very cool thing to remember from this year.
Nice. So you've done a lot of things. I believe you even acted in a film. So what film was that?
Yeah, so the movie's called Wildflower, and they approached us about a song originally, and then I had a little impromptu meeting with the director and a little audition, I guess you could say. I didn't realize it was an audition, but after he met me, he just kind of said, Claudia, would you like to play the small role of the singer-songwriter in the film? And I was like, oh yeah, just twist my arm. Are you kidding me? So it was really, really cool. I got to, say a few lines, and there's been maybe some upcoming films, upcoming roles on the horizon. So that's been like a little door into acting and everything.
More to come, maybe?
More to come. So that ended up on Netflix. You can find that. So it's called Wildflower on Netflix.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Very cool. So you've been in a film with more to come potentially.
Yeah.
Now you're opening for Toby Keith. Is there anything creatively that you haven't done yet that you're thinking, you know what, I want to try that?
There's so much, but it's like I'm getting to do all these things that I never thought I was going to get a chance to do. So I always loved to sing, and I always thought it was just going to be a hobby for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was okay with that, but it was something that kept coming back no matter what. If I had a day off, if I had some time to put together a video. And then I met my now manager and producer, and he kind of showed me how I could turn this into a life and a career. So it's really a dream that I feel like I'm playing catch up with, and doors keep opening, and it's like I haven't even thought about that yet, that I would ever get to do that, and then it's there, and it's unbelievable. Seriously, I'm not speechless very often, but that's one thing. I can't believe when these things pop up and we get to keep doing these amazing things. It's just dream after dream. So creatively, I really am excited about putting out this first full-length record, because this has been a work in progress for a long time, and it's taught me a lot about myself, about musicians, about writing, about how to portray what you want to say, and I'm just excited to get to do that. So the record's the big one this year.
So one of these years that dream comes true.
One of these years that dream's gonna come true. Hopefully this year. Fingers crossed.
Excellent. So now your career is still pretty much in the early stages of what's undoubtedly going to be an amazing career. How do you want your legacy, how do you want to be viewed in 25, 30 years?
Gosh, that's such a hard question.
I had to.
But it's a really good question. Let me think about this for a second. How do I want to be remembered? Well,
so see, we didn't prep her with questions before we started.
I didn't know this one was coming, and that's so important. Well, I'm hoping that people can see me as someone who truly got to follow a dream and appreciated every moment of it. I'm taking this all in, every single step, and we always say, if it stopped here, we had such a great run, and I'm very lucky that it hasn't stopped here, and I plan to keep going for as long as I live. So yeah, that would be it. I hope people can just see how much I am really loving this.
Cool. And if somebody is looking to maybe follow your footsteps, get into the industry, start to become a singer, what kind of advice do you have to give them? Hey, this is great, but there's this, or something along those lines.
Well, first of all, I would say you better like coffee, because you're not going to be able to do it without it. And let's see, it's hard work, and everybody says that, you know, they know it's going to be hard work, but until you're really in the shoes, it doesn't stop. It's a whole life change where you don't just go out and do the show and then you go back to like your normal life. It's just a complete alteration of who you're going to be now. And that's something that I'm lucky that I felt ready for. But I could see how jumping into it, it's like a whole new world.
Okay.
It's like a whole new world. All of a sudden, everything's on Facebook. You know, you go home and you've got billions of messages out there, and you feel bad because you want to message everybody back, but you just can't get to everybody.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that where there's a lot of like give and take that you don't know is coming. And if you're ready for it, it's amazing. It's been a great life change. I wouldn't change it for anything. But that was something that nobody could have warned me about that. It doesn't turn off.
So you better be ready for everybody.
You better be ready for everything. And for people asking you hard questions about how you want to be remembered.
You gotta be ready. You gotta be prepared.
Gotta be prepared. Gotta be prepared.
So, other than a goofball asking you for an interview, have you had any other weird fan interactions?
Oh, there's been a few. There has been a few weird fan interactions. Well, I think I've been married a couple times and I didn't know it.
Okay. Well, so they went past
I have a
the
few
proposal
husbands
and
out
right
there.
to the actual marriage.
Yeah, some people just call me wife. That's okay. And what else?
Can you get alimony from them?
I don't know. I gotta look into that. I don't know. For the most part, everybody's great. You got your occasional YouTube hater, Facebook hater. Actually, we have a lot of those, but that's okay. Because for every hater, there's like 5 people backing me up. Like, don't talk to her that way. It's okay. It keeps you humble.
There you go.
Keeps you grounded.
Okay, so you had mentioned that coffee's critical to what you're doing.
Absolutely critical.
And so that brings up something cool, is you have your own coffee company.
What a little
Hoyser Country
segue.
Blend.
Hoyser Country Blend.
This is product placement right here. That's what this is.
Not really. This is the
It's
best
delicious
coffee you're
coffee.
going to taste out there. It's a rare bean called Tanzanian peaberry. And I truly thought it was going to be something for the merch table.
Okay.
And now it has shipped into over 14 countries. It just went into a chain grocery store. It's popping up into little retail outlets all over the place. And people keep calling because they saw it online and they're like, where can I get this? Why doesn't my store have it? And it's been unbelievable, the growth that this has had. And it's cool because some people are finding it just as a coffee and then finding out about us in the music. And then, of course, other way around. It's just been amazing.
Nice.
And we drink it every single day, all day long, and it's really good.
Now, how did you come up with this? Did you actually make the blend for it? How did this come about?
Yes, so the studio I record at is called GFI Studios. And when I first started showing up, hanging out, trying to record and make things happen, they had a long time thing going there called the GFI Espresso Club. Now, when I caught wind of this, I was like, well, I don't really know what espresso tastes like, but I like coffee, so let me try some of that because I want to be part of the espresso club. So I quickly started out drinking everybody in pots of espresso. And a long story short, we took the little vintage espresso pot and put them in every single Hoyser Country Monday video that we do.
Okay.
As like a little Where's Waldo, for people to pick up on and follow it and try to find it in the videos. And that's exactly what happened. People were picking it up and trying to find it and really started associating me with coffee, which is perfect because you couldn't find me without it in my hands. Always drinking coffee, iced, latte, black, however you take it, I always have it. So I'm a huge coffee lover myself. Part of the GFI Espresso Club. I'm very proud of it. And me and my co-writer, producer, partner in coffee, we got together and picked out this blend because we were actually playing a show at a bar, and the bar owner came up to us and he said, "Hey Claudia, I got a question. I saw that coffee pot in all your videos. What's that about?" So I tell him what I just told you, basically. And he said, oh yeah? Well, that's pretty neat. And he went over in the corner and he talked to my manager all night long. And then by the end of the show, they came up to me and they said, how would you like to have your own coffee out there? And I didn't even really know what that meant, but it sounded great to me. And then the next week, he's bringing beans from all over the world to our studio, and we're testing out different beans and different grinds, and we got into water temperature. You wouldn't even believe how much goes into this stuff. I know way too much about coffee nowadays, but it's been incredible. So we got to pick out the blend, and this is Hoyser Country Blend, and it's made with a rare Tanzanian peaberry bean that it's not bitter, doesn't leave a bad aftertaste or anything like that, and it's delicious.
So again, Hoyser Country Blend.
Hoyser Country Blend, everybody.
Now where can they get it at?
You can go check it out at hoysercountry.com, and then we'll also link you to me and everything else, and it's got its own Instagram at Hoyser Country. So I'm very proud of this. Very, very excited about the coffee, for sure.
Very cool. Now, one of the last questions I want to ask you, because we always try to help our viewers, and we try to inspire them through artists who have maybe overcome things, whether it's doubters or whatever it might be. Mm-hmm. So I know you've probably had, and you touched upon this earlier, people hating on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've had plenty of people telling you, this isn't going to work, you can't do this.
Yeah.
How do you overcome that, and how do you think others might be able to overcome doubt and just struggles in general like that?
Yeah. Well, I've always just kept this one little phrase in the back of my mind, and ever since I decided to do this, I've just been saying to myself, why not? Like, why not? What's going to be so bad? The worst thing that could happen is it doesn't work, and you got to find another path. But for now, and since it's something that I really, really want to do, and I know that I only have a limited time in life, we all have one life to live, and I just don't know why you wouldn't live it doing something you love. Yeah. So that's just been in the back of my mind. So sometimes, you see something that's going to make it hard, or you see something that changes, you thought something was going to go one way and it goes the other, but you can always figure out a way to do it, because why not?
Yeah. What do you have to lose?
What do you have to lose?
And you never, my whole thing, and you probably feel the same way, the last thing I want to do is, in my end days, think, what if I'd have tried? And have that regret.
Exactly. You never want to live with regret.
Exactly. Yeah. Awesome. So before we go, how can fans follow you online?
So everybody, you can follow me on Facebook is a huge one, because we post those Hoyser Country Monday videos every Monday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And my website is claudiahoyser.com. So find me there. It'll link you to Instagram, which is just Claudia Hoyser, Twitter, Claudia Hoyser. And I can't wait to chat with you. So I hope you will. Follow me, follow us, follow the coffee, follow Inspiring How You See That. This has been so awesome.
Yeah, it has been. Thank you.
Thank you.
So again, if you like country music, if you like beautiful singing, if you like just an amazing person that is really excelling, you're welcome. You'll love Claudia Hoyser. Check her out. It's amazing. When you go to her site, let her know that you came from Inspiring How You See That. That helps us.
Yes, definitely.
Helps her to know where people are coming from. And so again, like always, we love you guys. God bless you, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you so much.